On the occasion of 74th Republic Day of our country, I wish to congratulate each and everyone who is present over here, every Indian within the country and outside the country, and everyone. My colleagues, Dr. Neeraj Agarwal, Medical Superintendent, Dr. Rahul, Dean Academics, Dr. Sangeeta, Dean Research, Dr. Nitin, Dean Examination, Mr. Rashid, our Financial Advisor, and Mr. Nishakar Sahu, Administrative Officer, my faculty members of the Institute, nursing officers, staff, and dear students. आज़ादी का अमृत महोत्सव, 75 years of our independence. Today we are celebrating the 74th Republic Day. 26 January 1930. Why 26 January we celebrate? On 26 January 1930, it was decided by our leaders, our freedom fighters, that we should have independence from the British rule. 20 years before, when this in 1950, 26 January 1950, when this became in execution, our constitution. And they demanded Poon Raj, Swaraj, freedom. In fact, celebrated independence on that day, getting freedom from the British rule. It took many more years. That is why 26 January is a day when we started implementing this constitution, our constitution. Has 145,000 words. There was a big committee which was headed by, chaired by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar ji. They worked upon developing the constitution for our nation. It was represented by all the communities, all the regions, and there were 15 women in that group. Yesterday, Her Excellency, our President, Madam Dr. Murmu ji, she mentioned and highlighted and emphasized on the women empowerment. Without the women in power, without the women in the economic growth, and without the women in development of the nation, we will not be able to meet our goals. The women empowerment is very important in terms of literacy, in terms of economic empowerment, and also leading the country. Today we have our President. That's the reflection of the women empowerment when a nation is headed by a woman. We are very fortunate that in our institute we have good number of women in every sphere, whether they are faculty members, they are students, or they are in the staff, and of course, as nursing officer, 80% of them or more are women. We are happy that in our country we are going to have the G20 presidency, and rich and powerful nations, they all will be coming to our nation in different parts of the different cities and different areas, and India will be leading, giving the direction to the world. We feel very proud when we see a lot of progress and development taking place, and being Indian, we feel that we are going ahead in our commitments. We are moving, having a good progress in our health section also, health sector also. When I was telling you about the women empowerment, I just want to remind one thing. When we got independence in 1947, what was the maternal mortality rate? That is one indicator which I am very particular about and I keep following. That was 2,000 per 100,000 lives. For years, when we were student, I was student, we were taught like 500 to 600. It came down to that level. And for many, many years, it remained so. I finished my studies and it remained very high. For the first time, it is really nice to look at the graphs and the data, and it has come down to 2 digits. And the last report which came, now it tells about that this has come down to 97. We want to bring it down further. The mortality rates for the infants and the newborn have also come down. These are some of the indicators which reflect the overall health improvement in our nation. Today we have a parade on Kartavya Path, which has been renamed from the Rajpath. On television, we'll be able to see that parade and how we show the power, the strength which we have in our nation. That is, we can see on the Kartavya Path. Ladies and gentlemen, we started on working and developing our new institute aims to be together. Many of you have been with this journey right from the beginning, and many more have joined in this year. They may not have witnessed the early stages and early days of starting the institute particularly during the COVID period, COVID-1. I feel very happy to welcome all those faculty members who joined in last few months. We issued appointment letters to 31 of them on the Rozgar Mela, and also a large number of nursing officers who have joined in last few months and maybe in last 1 year, because last year they must have witnessed the 73rd Republic Day. That was the COVID time. More housekeeping staff, more security personnel have joined. I also want to give my good wishes and congratulations on joining our institute through the outsource agency. If you look at the period 12 months back, there was Omicron, and it looked that almost everyone is suffering from COVID. In fact, I also got this information that I'm COVID positive on 18th or so, 18th January, and I was in isolation, and I came here on 26th January, completing my isolation period. So, if you think on on those periods, COVID-1, COVID-2, COVID-3, and the journey, how difficult phases everyone went through, how difficulty we faced in the oxygen and in the management, developing and building ICUs and putting some beds, and also later the vaccine was introduced, and on 21st January, the COVID vaccination was also started in our institution, and I'm sure everyone in our institution is vaccinated with at least two doses, and almost everyone has taken the booster dose also. Now this is a remarkable journey. We are very comfortably sitting. After a long time, I can see that the entire gathering here is without the mask, including Dr. Lucky Reddy. And how this has happened is the joint effort and contribution and commitment by each one of you, by each one of people like you, by doctors, nurses, health workers, everyone who came together, not only in our institution, across the country, everywhere. We saved millions of lives. COVID vaccination, which was developed by our own nation, has contributed, made a lot of support has been given in a way of preventing millions of lives. The COVID, which started in 2019, late 2019, from one country, it went around, we call it pandemic. Almost every country and everyone suffered from it. Today we hear that having completed that cycle, it has gone back to the same country. Friends, we are happy that we are moving ahead with addition of more and more departments. You all are aware because you keep moving around, keep meeting your own colleagues and staff. We were having 19 departments in various pre-para and broad clinical specialties. This year, this year means if we take a financial year, few weeks back, we added blood transfusion and PMR departments, and that makes 21. And now we have also started with the super specialty services. 6 super specialty services, 5 super specialists have already joined, and 6th one is going to join soon. In the Department of Endocrinology, we can see Dr. Gayatri here. In nephrology, Dr. Anita. In pulmonary medicine, in pediatric surgery, in urology, faculty members have joined and they have started their services. We are expecting more faculty in various other departments to join, and the existing departments have further been strengthened. For example, medicine got 2 more faculty members. So like that, many more departments will be coming up. We have plans to start the other super specialty departments, particularly the surgical departments. Surgical super specialty is very soon, and that's a matter of time. We are waiting our 2 operational theatres to be ready and functional, so that when they join here, we are able to provide those services to the people of Telangana. So the process for that will be taken up very soon. Our goal is to reach 40 departments. If we add another one, then it makes 41. That's the trauma and emergency medicine. So out of the 40, so we at the moment have 26, and by the end of this year, we should be able to reach close to that. So that's a way that we have moved forward, along with the help of our administration and our faculty members and our colleagues who are helping in taking it further. Currently we have 1 operation theatre which is very busy now, and we are in the process of building 2 more operation theatres, and that will be functional in next few days. Department of Radio Diagnosis has started providing more services by addition of the digital X-ray and advanced ultrasound machines, in addition to some mobile equipments which they were having, but they started their services. Soon we will be having the MRI, and we are also working to have CT scan and other medical equipments and other instruments coming to our institute through DPR and through our own procedures. I also want to highlight that the requirement of the labor room and the blood storage center that was very much felt in our institution, and we started with these two services a few weeks back. Our OPD has given services to people. Nearly 3 lakh consultations have been done so far, and every day about 1,000 patients are being attended, and you all are doing wonderful work. And when we have more services and more procedures and more surgeries, this number is going to double within this year itself. Our indoor services have also started improving as we are having more and more surgeries and admissions. Operations, more than 10,000 major and minor have been done so far, and our intensive care unit and pediatric ICU, they are also functioning to some reasonable optimum level now. We have ensured that we are not only sitting in this campus, our teams are visiting the villages and going close to the communities through the medical mobile unit, and 6 villages were adopted in the month of April, that's the 7th April, that's the World Health Day, and our teams, when it goes and provide medical care in the villages. Through rural health center also, large patients are being managed. Our Ayushman Bharat digital mission services are now very active, and you all remember the presence and visit of our Honorable Union Health Minister, Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya, a few days back, and it was launched in our nation, our institute, and E-Sanjeevani program, more than 15,000 consultations have been done. So that's very helpful in addition to the AVA and QR code and many more digital services that HMIS which has been launched in our institute. Friends, hospital is an important part for the teaching, training and providing services to the people, but to have the quality medical education, our academic section is also doing very good work. 4th batch of MBBS has already joined, and full batch is 100 at the moment. So they are staying comfortably, and their classes have started. They are in first semester, third semester, fifth semester, and seventh semester. The senior most batch 2019 will be completing their MBBS course this year on the close to the Christmas time. As much as possible, we want to utilize every single day, and we'll give you a very short break towards the last week of December, and want you to start your internship program, internship training program from 1st January next year. That will be a very big moment for first batch. We made effort to start the paramedical courses, but we will look into this that this year we get a better response. The postgraduate program as MD/MS in certain departments was started in 2022 around this time. This year, later this year, and still in the process, many more clinical departments, they also started admitting the resident doctors and starting the MD/MS program, such as in pediatrics, in orthopedics, in radiodiagnosis, and many more are joining. and today we have 26 academic junior residents in our institute. Many more, the process is still going on. Dates have been announced by AIMS New Delhi, and 4 residents will be joining in the next few days. The mentoring program for the students, I'm sure, must be very helpful. They will be able to talk to their faculty members, their mentees, their mentors and mentees group. Relationship must be very cordial and comfortable, and must be able to solve your problems. So don't hesitate in being in touch with your teachers. Our research, which has been given emphasis right from the beginning, is also doing good work. So far, 350 publications with the affiliation from AIMS with AIMS Vivinagar has been published. Intramural research, the funding which is given by the institute, up to 5 lakhs to the faculty members, assistant professors and associate professors. 29 research projects are in different stages. Some of them have completed it, some of them are going to complete it, and many more have been sanctioned further. Those who have joined recently, when these applications open up in the month of March or April, please do apply, and you must ensure that you do some research, good research work in our institute. I'm happy that faculty members are making a lot of effort in getting funding from various other organizations, institutions, and today we have 27 extramural research projects which have been funded by many organizations. So that is a great achievement in the very early stages of starting of this institution. Students' participation in the research is important. This was realized and ensured that you all participate in research. So STS projects, small grant which you get under the guidance of your faculty. And also we are providing now from our institution the same amount so that more and more students can do that. Yesterday, 21 applications came to me, 2022 batch. They are applying for STS. That's very encouraging that they all are so keen. And I also feel very happy. I was looking at the name of the student and also looking at the name of the faculty member, that they are guiding them, they are helping them, because they are young boys and girls who need direction, who need guidance. Help them, guide them, and ensure that they publish their work. And when they finish their MBBS, they have publication in their name as well. That will be new beginning. That will give them a lot of encouragement to do good work, good research work, besides the teaching, training, and medical care which they will be providing. Government of India has already given a lot of emphasis on the research. If you have listened to the Prime Minister's speech on 15th of August, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vigyan, and Jai Anusandhan, which has been added. This has been realized particularly during the COVID period, that research is so important, and this is being deliberated at the highest level, that how the research can be part of our day-to-day working, and we are able to have the high-quality research in our institute and for the nation. Examination cell also is doing good work. All the exams are on track, and many of them have been completed. As I mentioned, they are now in the semesters where we expect them to be. There is no further delay, and first batch, as I mentioned, that will be starting internship on time. That includes your hard, tough time of online teaching, learning, and COVID for months together you are at home. But we will see that you don't miss, and COVID loses this war that we are giving us. I also want to feel very happy and share joy with all of you that the construction work, which was very much awaited, new buildings, has started with the letter of approval being given on 7th July 2022, few months back. And the construction for certain buildings and pre-construction work has already been is going on, and there are barricades, and the work has begun at a very fast pace, and we are sure when we meet next year at this time, there will be few buildings which we will be able to see from this area, and many of those buildings will be occupied by us. That is what we expect the construction agency to give us those buildings, because we are growing. More and more students will be joining, more staff and more faculty will be joining. We need a lot of space. Our engineering section has been very helpful to us, and you can see that a lot of partitions and space is being created within the existing building. The third floor in the A block will also be available soon, and that's how we are working, that our students, they get the accommodation in the campus. So we had difficult time, but regarding the hostel also, but our hospital team, our committee, they worked very hard, and meanwhile we are also looking at creating more and more space. So at the end of the construction, what we will have is a beautiful aims. 20 buildings will be coming up. 20 beautiful buildings will come up. Many of them will be tall towers where you will be accommodated, and there is a possibility that UG hostel for boys and for girls is available towards the end of this year. That's our hope. So let's hope for the best. At this moment, I want to give my heartfelt thanks to Swachh Bharat Abhiyan team. They are very active members in that, and if you see the beautiful campus, green campus, plastic-free campus, there are people who are working on this. They take the initiative, they do some good work. You can see that Rainbow Ayush Herbal Park, where you all sit at times, we celebrate, we meet, was recognized as the one area by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare Government of India among all the health facilities in our country. And the team, they came here. This garden, which we say is the garbage to green project, which was a dirty area lying unused for over a decade or more than that, we converted it to a green campus, beautiful park, garden. And if you remember our Union Minister, Dr. Bharti, Madam, she came and 100 students along with her, they planted and some herbal plants, and that looks very nice. So that was recognized, and during the e-governance week, AIIMS Bibinagar, this Rainbow Park was on the top. So I want to, on behalf of the institute, want to convey my congratulations to the team, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Our efforts are still going on, and we'll see that we make our institution clean, green and plastic free, and that's possible with everyone giving a commitment and having a pledge towards that we will not use any plastic product. Dear students and faculty and everybody present over here, please see that you all are fit. You are participating and actively involved in yoga, and we have yoga teacher. She is around. You see that you are able to spend some time with her and participate in the yoga classes. Also in the evening, I see a lot of students and nursing and some faculty members playing here. I also tried for a few days, and there is a great demand that we should have more. So I requested our superintendent engineer to have at least 5 badminton courts and volleyball court and whatever health facilities needed to be available in our campus. In the evening, please see that you are not in your room, because that phase is out now. We are not in the COVID, that difficult time. Everybody, all the students have to be either walking, running, playing, or in the evening you must enjoy and do some physical activity. That's important, and that's what we want Fit India. My friends, we have faculty, students, nursing from all over the country. The best representation, if at all want to see, possibly we can observe in our institute at AIIMS Nagar. We have students and faculty and nursing teams and many more coming from all parts of the nation. It means that they know their language, they will be able to speak English, Hindi and one of their language, regional language. But when you are here, please learn Telugu language. We have a Telugu teacher for you, and particularly students, please see that when you are here, you are able to communicate well with the students and also the faculty members and the nursing officers. Very importantly, you please learn Telugu. Teacher is there, don't take it casually. We have made the plan, but I learned that at times the attendance is not up to the level. So this year you decide that you all are very fluent and you are able to communicate with the patients. That will be helpful, and it's always a joy to learn more and more languages. At the end, I am sure that next 1 year will be very important for all of us in terms of the progress. And for that, what we want to have? We want to have dialysis unit soon. We want to have cath lab. We want to add many more super specialties, new departments, strengthening the existing department, adding many more courses in MD/MS, and maybe start thinking once we have some more beds in the hospital and all surgeries further being added, to start thinking on starting the MCH and DM courses. We are hoping to have the good number of buildings ready, good number of research, and please try, particularly faculty members, that you are publishing in the best medical journals and which have got very high impact factor, and also keep writing events and your thoughts on various health related issues which can be helpful to the people who read them, common people who read them. Now, for example, why the patient should come for the checkup, cardiac checkup, why they should come for the dialysis here, when should they come? A lot of people in the villages, they are not highly educated. They know that there is hospital, there are certain doctors, these things are there, but at times they are not fully aware about what to do. So we will be starting a public lecture soon here, where the participants who are the attendants or the patients who come here, they will be able to listen to you. So that kind of public lecture will start very soon. So these are some of the hopes, and we are very sure that 2023 will be a very satisfying year for all of us, because we will have new complexes with us, buildings with us, and many of you might be able to see new departments. If the academic block is also the work is going on, and if they are able to complete the work within a year, we should be able to shift there, the medical college and the nursing college complex. It means we will be able to start College of Nursing also this year, and we have started with the process of the recruitment for the nursing college faculty, and BSc nursing we will be starting this year. Now this is all in anticipation that more and more space is being created. So in the academics, in the hospital, in the construction, in the research, that's what, and in the service and our commitment. That's important. And on this Republic Day, 74th Republic Day, I once again emphasize and re-emphasize that contribution of everybody in building a new institute is very important. You all have to work hard, show your dedication, your commitment. That's what we want. When we talk about the nation building, and the best way to do that nation building is to develop an institute, to build an institute of excellence which can serve the people, where we can do a lot of good work with hard work and commitment. That's the nation building. If we are able to build the best aims in the country, aims BB Nagar, Hyderabad, that's your contribution in nation building. With these words, I convey my good wishes to all of you, your family members, your neighbors, your friends, and everyone you like, dislike. But as Indian, we all love each other, we all like each other, and everyone who is listening to us today, and those who are participating and joining from any part of the world on this day, this is a great moment, proud moment. We have got this after a lot of sacrifices being made by our freedom fighters. Let's enjoy this celebration, this day, 26th January, and ensure that the young generation and all of you take it forward and make our India a very strong and developed nation by 2047. Jai Hind.